It's going to be a bombastic Christmas because Shaggy is bringing the island Christmas vibe to the rest of the world with his latest album. Shaggy, make me want to eat some
Want to
food.
go outside,
He
Shaggy,
joins
where you
us
went.
now to tell us all about
so
that. The curry goat image alone was worth the video. Good morning, Shaggy. How are you doing?
Good morning, ladies. How are you?
We're awake.
How are you?
Yeah, well, I am barely.
Yes, but your
Barely
coffee
awake.
is there to power. Amen, brother.
Yeah,
Can I get a
I try one a
cheers?
vibe, you know?
Is that cheers? Is that cheers? Is that cheers? We know the struggle. We know the struggle.
Cheers. Yeah, man.
Shaggy, how did this album come about, though? Christmas in the Islands. Tell me about that.
To be honest with you, I don't know if you remember last year we did some Christmas carols for Disney.
Yeah.
Sting and I, and it was the Disney Christmas special, and we did it at Disney World, and he and I started to talk about basically just doing, wouldn't it be cool to do like a reggae Christmas album? And after I finished my tour at the top of the year with Eve and Nelly, I was in New York, and I started just to put some melodies together. And then the pandemic hit about, in the middle of all of that, and I said, sure, pandemic probably going to last 2 months. And then right after that, I'll just link up back with Sting, and him can probably put down all the instrumentation around it for me, and him just work on it. And, he got stuck in England, I got stuck in New York, the pandemic kept going, and then I had all these songs written. And I said, at that point, I just started, it was clear it was going to be a Shaggy album. So I ended up coming to Jamaica once it opened back up. And then I got stuck in Jamaica, and I said, well, let me just try and link up with some of my people. So I got in touch with Bounty Killer, Junior Reid, Richie Stevens,
Ding Dong.
Conqueror, Ding Dong. They call like Neo, and I call like Just Stone, because them always come to Jamaica and we have great relationships. And, of course, Omi and Shensia, Romy and Virgo, Beanie Man. I just kind of brought the whole team together. And, each song was kind of, as I wrote the song, I was hearing the artists as I go along, and I just went ahead and got in touch with them, and they were nice enough to come on board.
Well, COVID has its benefits, eh? It pushes us in a different direction, but this is clearly what the album was supposed to be, sir. Because we look on this video, and I just feel like I want to take off my clothes and put on my bikini and go out of door. But I shan't. Yeah. I shan't do it. I shan't. So Junior Reid and Bounty Killer on a Christmas album, Shaggy.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about that.
Quite strange.
Novelish.
Yeah. Once I did the melody, when I started doing the melodies on the chorus, I was thinking of maybe Barrington Levy or Junior Reid, and as it ended up being Junior Reid, and he came in and did a brilliant job, just knocked it out the park for me, and he brought that real soul to it. It make you feel what it is for Ragamuffin Christmas. And I mean, if you look at the two singles, then Christmas in the Islands really depicts the tourists from a visitor standpoint to Jamaica, how they would enjoy Christmas. And then Ragamuffin Christmas is from a person that is in the garrison. We, the people who basically, I was born and raised in a garrison myself and remember them kind of life. And everything that Bounty Killer is talking about is something that I can basically I've experienced, So I think all both the artists them really brought it home, told the story in a very believable way. So you could actually not just hear the music but feel it.
Yeah. Listen, I'm seeing it, and part of the thing is it's real Jamaican Christmas vibe. You said Santa Claus all the night, Shaggy.
Yeah, Santa Claus to come in at the ghetto. Carly David said long time.
Correct.
Yeah, you're celebrating the 20th anniversary of your 6-time platinum album, Hot Shot. Oh my God, that's such an achievement, and it coincides with this Christmas album. How does that make you feel?
Well, I did that earlier in the year. I got the idea from, I think Sting had put an album out called my songs,
Yeah.
which he basically did over all of his older songs
Yeah.
and put them out and put a new mix. And part of why it was done that way is because there's such a young generation. There's so many TikTokers that were doing bombastic and wasn't in that, we wanted to reintroduce them to these songs, but in their vibe. So I really got some young producers who are producing music for this generation and have them come on board the album and basically just do a thing for me. And we just kind of put the whole body of work again and just put it out there. So it's kind of like a greatest hits, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's something that would just definitely live on there.
I can't believe it's 20 years because I remember that album like it was yesterday. So I can't believe I've aged 20 since
I
then.
was probably 10 at the
Yeah,
time.
Delia. So anyway,
No, why
yeah,
Shaggy allow so?
she never take her medication this morning. I want to talk with you a little bit about Sting and that partnership and what it has done to kind of, or you can tell me to has it given you a broader perspective? I mean, I look at you guys work on stage and it's almost like you've been doing this together forever. Just that kind of collaborative spirit and how well you work together. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, the thing for me, Sting is like the brother I never knew I needed.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
wow.
he came into my life at a time that I kind of needed the boost. I mean, sometimes in one's career, you're surrounded by people who familiarity sometimes grows content, and you're not inspired no more, and they're not inspired by you anymore. And then it takes somebody like him to come along that is, 19-time Grammy winning, 150 million records, a global icon, and he's walking in the room saying, "Oh my God, you're the greatest thing since sliced bread." And I'm like, "Are you talking about me? Because I don't,
Yeah.
And then he wants you to write songs, and he wants you to help him do this, and he wants you to navigate your sound, and he's telling you to produce him, and he's telling you, all of these things. Then at that point, it really does a lot for your self-esteem,
Of
you know.
course.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
Shaggy, it's amazing to hear you say that
yeah,
because nobody would think you have esteem issues.
self-esteem issues.
Yeah. Mr.
We all
Bombastic.
do. We all do. Sometimes it's not us, sometimes it's people around you. It's like people around you, because you'll have people around you that are themselves going through self-esteem issues themselves. You know what I mean? And they're underachievers, and they'll actually project that onto you.
Yeah.
And then you after a while start thinking, because they're people that you might hold their opinions in high regard, you'll start taking those. So, well, maybe I'm not really that great, or maybe I'm not this and that, and then after a while, you can't blame them, because they're sometimes going through their own little depression and their own little anxiety issues that they have, and we just don't know. We don't know what their lives is. People might seem very confident on the outside, but have tons of issues and
Baggage.
insecurities themselves.
Look
Yeah.
at you preaching
So
this morning.
so
Yeah.
in situations like in my situation, that was what was going on, and it took me right after with Sting. I ended up losing about 5 people within my inner circle. Some of them I've known for 30 years,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was necessary.
So it's like a
And
rebirth for you then.
yeah,
I
but
understand.
you have to kind of get comfortable in knowing that not everybody going to like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to, and I am getting more comfortable with that these days.
Yeah. I mean, the talent is tremendous, but one of the things I've always admired about you, Shaggy, is your work ethic and your discipline and your professionalism. And I tell them Disney and them not sign a deal with nobody if them no know say you're going to deliver and you're coming in hot. Concerned about the album, this is new. I know you did with Disney, but this is the Island Christmas now from Shaggy. When everybody lock up and want to feel like a Christmas. Overwhelmed, thinking it gonna work, it not gonna work. Going into the project, what was it
Doesn't
like?
matter. I have done enough great things and amazing things that I've done well, that even if I screw up, it's fine.
Yeah.
You must not look at failure like that. Failure, without failure, there can't be growth.
Correct.
So if it fails, I welcome the failure, because I'll take that L turn it from losing to lesson. and figure out what is it I've done wrong, or how should I regroup, or how should I approach the next project. So I'm not worried about it. This is a Christmas album, so it's an album that I've done that will last over a certain amount of years.
Yes, man.
Right, and over those years, as doing it over these years is when it will work for me. So it's not like you're going to come in and say, well, I have to sell platinum right away. It's a 10-year deal that I licensed it to BMG for, and it will be done over a certain amount of time.
Wow. Legacy.
So I'm not really worried about it.
No,
Me not worried about
me
it
neither.
either.
The album came out on the 20th. It puts a Jamaican spin on Yuletide traditions. No Icy Christmas. 14 more, mostly original tracks. I noticed you didn't call myself and Dahlia this time for, not backup, what do they call it?
Supporting vocals.
Supporting vocals. I mean, I understand.
Well, because I just say if you want it hit, so.
Them is fighting words.
Wow, Shaggy, like that was harsh.
Where is Mrs. Shaggy? I think we're talking to the
Rebecca?
wrong person. Rebecca is kind of
No, we don't appreciate that.
Yeah, remember when we just say, you have to be real comfortable with people not like you. So.
Rebecca is.
Wrap this interview need to wrap.
I feel like a Rebecca we should have
Wrap. Anyway, despite the bad man.
Shaggy will not be around to perform any tracks from this album.
It's all love, Shaggy.
That's why we have guest artists. Oh, you didn't make the guest artist list. Sorry.
No, me not play again.
Shaggy, this is supposed to be about Christmas now. It's supposed to be about love.
That's why I'm putting it. By the way, you guys look really festive on television this morning. I must can say that because when I make the TV look good. So give yourself a round of applause.
That no make it. No. Nothing less than an apology.
I feel like excavate him like the fish in the video.
The television just look festive. I'm looking at the screen now and it just look festive with the two of them. I say, just want to bring in the Christmas vibe. So it's nice for your beautiful Christmas image. It really brings the holiday feeling.
All right. All is forgiven.
It will work the same on vocals. So,
Jesus, me done. Me never wrap that interview.
Say wine at the glass. You see that picture there behind you? A wine at the glass on the album cover. That's the problem. Yeah, man, that's the problem.
And what's in your coffee cup, really, Shaggy?
That's the problem.
Is it really coffee?
It is really coffee. Okay. It's Blue Mountain.
One of them endorsement and all.
I've gotten into being a bit of a coffee connoisseur these days. I'm grinding, doing the grinding of the beans and buying the right type of beans and reading up online on it and
what you saying?
Doing YouTube tutorials and all of that. I'm a bit of a freak at it.
We were just hoping that maybe you were being unkind because you were being influenced by something in the cup, but you're saying no, it's really of your own volition.
I'm not being unkind. I am being. You see, you take it like that. I'm because somebody tells you the truth is being unkind.
Me done.
Because you guys are great. You're the great shower singers. It's amazing. Whenever I'm doing the shower album, you guys are going to be on it 110%. And that might be a platinum seller.
My mouth can't open any wider. Ladies and gentlemen, please take in all you can about Shaggy at this moment.
He not come back.
Because this island Christmas is going to be very long for Shaggy. He may not resurface until you see Shaggy summer album.
We're voting you off the island. Go on with your business.
Shaggy summer album. Look out for it.
Christmas in the islands. Thank you, Shaggy. For linking up with us this morning. All love.
Much love.
Good to see you this morning. Take good care and all the best with the album. Until we talk again in 3 years. Next up is Girl Talk. I can't believe it.
It's all right.